Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carshénah with Verse Films Productions, and you made it back to our horror pick of the week, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Verse Films Productions' annual Screamtober here on our horror channel. I'm your host, Carshénah, and I've got 31 days to get you in the mood for Halloween. Join me as I share a video a day with a new theme each week that you will find scary, haunting, and sometimes just plain fun. Let's get into it. Week 4 is Horror on the Seas week. Death ships, flesh-eating animals in the water, pirates mixed with a little H.P. Lovecraft keeps you afloat this week. The MEG 2018, now streaming on Hulu, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 53 minutes. Jason Statham takes on a giant shark from below what scientists thought was the bottom of the Marianas Trench. You know how it's going to end because Jason Statham doesn't ever lose, even when faced with one or more enormous sharks. Considering that all shark movies are disappointing, cheap thrills compared to the pure rush of Jaws, fans have to take what we can get. This is definitely more in the vein of a silly, big budget like Deep Blue Sea, but with a lighter comedic touch and of course a prehistoric bigger shark. The 103-minute length felt a little long, but the pacing was good enough to keep you interested. This movie is just stupid fun with tons of funny moments. The comedy aspect of it actually caught me off guard. I expected a few funny moments here and there like most films of this ilk, but this is just straight up funny throughout. There are plenty of grandiose action sequences, a character you just flat out hate because he's such an atypical villain, and some beautiful CGI. The film itself is very well shot, and I even had a hard time telling whether the FXs were practical or CGI in spots. They blended stuff together very well. I thought the acting was solid for what this film is. This is a story about a very courageous and heroic guy played by Statham who is called out on a rescue because he is the only man for the job. Jason Statham plays the revenge-seeking seaman named Captain Jonas Taylor. After he was called crazy for believing that a giant, unseen animal attacked his underwater vessel, he's summoned back into action by billionaire doofus Morris, played by Rainn Wilson, who funds a deep-sea research facility. Morris needs Jonas to save his team of researchers who are currently stranded at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, where they hope to discover hidden marine life. The Megalodon, or as his friends call him, the MEG, which is basically a prehistoric shark that is 5 times the size of a great white, give or take, eventually emerges from the depths and wreaks havoc on the facility and all sorts of fancy exploration vehicles because apparently Megalodons love the taste of metal. The MEG later swaggers his way over to Sanya Bay in China, where he can capture local swimmers and the film's producers can capture the foreign movie viewing market. Like anything, there were a few things here and there that could have been better, but none of those things were enough to hinder my enjoyment of it. I personally would have liked to see it gorier. I think that might have pushed this up a notch, especially with the type of story this is. This should be a zero tears movie. The story should focus on the giant shark, not half-hearted romances and pseudo-dramatic deaths. On the other hand, that's more of a preference than an actual hindrance type of thing. This was exactly what I wanted out of a summer blockbuster style film. It's a fun, theater-going experience. It's the type of movie you want to see on the big screen with a great sound system. What I would consider a perfect popcorn flick. See you tomorrow as Screamtober with Verse Films Productions continue right here on the channel.